What's up, guys? So I was thinking, I heard somebody say, be the weakest link in your chain. And he explained that a little bit about if you run 100 meters really well and you race against some average people, some non-racers, you're going to win every time. Easy. Absolutely. No problem. You win. First place. Now, if you race Olympic sprinters, Olympic racers, runners, and you race them, you're probably going to lose. But you will have performed better because you are actually racing, in essence, like for your life. You are striving after something greater. So even though you lost, you performed better than if you would have won. And that kind of ties into another truth, is the alternative determines the difficulty. If not doing something is certain death, or if you give yourself no other options, there is no option. There is easy does not exist. Life is hard. That is not an option. So face it. Contend with it. And so how you can translate this another way into life, say you're not a racer, how can you be the weakest link in your own chain? Okay, who's your hero? Or better yet, envision where you want to be 5 years from now. You want your life within reason, but ambitious goals. 5 years from now, where do you want to be? Okay, envision that person with those things or those values or that discipline or whatever. Envision that and say, okay, that's where I want to be. Let's start working at it now. Baby steps. Start working on it today. Little by little. 5 years from now, you're going to be there because you started on it and you started becoming that person because you have something to chase after. You're not coasting. You know, growing up, I played team sports, but I was always the MVP. Always. I didn't have much competition, so I kind of, I still played the game. It was still hard and, things, but I wasn't pushed to my absolute limits. So guess what happened when high school rolls around? I get cut off the soccer team because out of nowhere, I meet a lot of people that are a lot better than me. And so I wasn't used to that. But that kind of worked out okay because that was when I started skateboarding and I was realizing, my Sigma Alpha personality trait, being a lone wolf and being better on my own with you against time or you against yourself, and basically, fell in love with that aspect of skateboarding. And I stopped playing team sports pretty much altogether, and, high school priorities. But, yeah, man, so be the weakest link in your chain, which is yourself. Recognize that you are your own weakness, which you are. Our mind is our only limitation. What we believe we can achieve, and if we truly, have that faith. Faith is acting as if something is true. So if you actually believe that you can be that person or have that goal, and you act that out in faith, like, I'm working towards where it'd be really cool. 5 years from now, it'd be really cool to have this or do this or be this. All right, let's do something about it. Let's start working at it. You know what I mean? So here I am at the Gym. Man, I don't know why I called it that. I'm never calling that again. It is not a place for jizz. Play for gains, baby. All right, I'm cutting this off. I'm embarrassing myself. Y'all keep growing.